News Weekly. I'm your host, Russ. It is Saturday, January 10th, and we've got a lot to talk about. A lot has happened in the last 48 to 72 hours. I'll do my best to answer your questions when I can with information that I can. And other than that, we'll talk a little bit about what is happening right now with the Buffs and where they stand when it comes to a lot of different players, guys. So get excited. Things are happening. Things are going to be happening. Okay. The first thing that I do want to tell you guys right now, okay, is like I've talked about already, privy to a lot of information. Okay. But the biggest thing I can tell you when it comes to the way that things are working, we do not know when players will have their commitments announced officially. Okay. There is a lot of players over the last week and a half that I've known about at different times, and we'll talk about those players. I'll tell you guys kind of the down low and sitch. I'll tell you about some players that we did not get. But essentially what happened is Colorado's just holding on to a lot of commits. Okay. Colorado is holding on to a lot more commits than you realize. A lot of the commits that you've seen so far were guys that committed very early on in the process, okay, last week when the portal opened, but Colorado held on to it. They're continuing to hold on to things. So when people ask me questions of like, when is so-and-so going to commit? When is so-and-so going to commit? I can't answer that because that's something that CU is not telling anybody, okay? All of my contacts say there's not telling anybody. They're just, they're doing their own thing. They're doing their own thing as far as when it comes. Now, I will let you know, most of the time I am given a heads up, like, 5 to 10 minutes before they announce that commit from some of the players that I'm tied to. But other than that, it's just kind of a wait and see. Okay, wait and see. But we've got a lot of info. Okay, we've got a lot of info to talk about, guys. And yeah, it's on the team and the players' time. Okay, they're the ones that get to do that. Okay, so let's see. How do we want to do this today? What do you guys want? Let me know in the chat. Okay, do you want me to talk about current visitors? Do you want me to talk about players that have already committed? You want me to talk about players, one or two players we've missed out on and where that's happening? Okay, you guys let me know. Let me know what you guys want to see out of this show and the order that you want me to put things in. Because a lot of interesting stuff happening. A lot of interesting stuff. Okay. Let's see. Visitors right now. That's Skoomish. All the above. We'll get to all the above, Buffalo. No worries. Okay. All the above. Killing us on Twitter. Everybody reposting the same pictures. There's only so much we could do. There's only so much we could do. Okay. It is interesting. It is interesting. I'm seeing mostly let's visitors. Let's talk about now, right now. Okay. Let's talk about right now. Okay. Keith, I'm happy to give you some info. You guys want an inside info on a visitor right now that answers this question for Keith? Because I got some info and it's easy because guess what? Our man Ben Finnisseth is posting things he probably shouldn't over on the Snapchat sphere. Okay? Over on the Snapchat sphere, Ben Finnisseth is posting a list of visitors that he is working with and picking up. Okay? Working with and picking up. And one of those players is a pretty darn good center. We may have found our starting center, guys, if he commits. Okay, if he commits. Oh, good old Ben. Good old Ben. What's funny is, no. I think he was supposed to post this. So he posted a list of the players. He didn't post the players, though. He blurred out the players, left their position, left their parents, left all of their flight info. All of that popped over on socials. He's got to be careful with that stuff. But I'll tell you who's visiting, since that's now public knowledge that list is out there. Okay. The center that is coming or that is on a visit to Colorado right now is Demetrius Hunter. Okay. Demetrius Hunter is on a visit to Colorado. Does anybody know anything about Demetrius Hunter? You guys should be excited about this. Okay? Needless to say, Demetrius Hunter is the starting center for Houston. Okay? The starting center for Houston started 25 games for the Houston Cougars and has one more year of eligibility. He was a preseason all-conference player. Okay, and I will tell you this. You go look at any post that talked about when Demetrius Hunter left the team, and I will tell you they are not happy with him leaving. Okay, they are not happy that he was leaving at all. Okay, so I'm telling you, it's kind of crazy, but Demetrius Hunter is an absolute get. Okay, Demetrius Hunter, absolute get. There are a number of other visitors on campus. Two of them you guys already know and you're talking about in the chat, so we'll save those ones. A few others that we kind of acquiesced from good old Ben's list, by the way. Oh, yeah, and we officially have the crystal ball to Boo Carter. We officially have the crystal ball to Boo Carter, guys. I would not be surprised if we see an announcement pretty soon. We're going to go into that on that. And I'll also, but guys, once the Boo Carter commitment comes through officially, okay, I will dive into deeper about his recruitment and what happened, guys. Okay, that's right. If you guys remember, a portion of all super chats, by the way, will go to the Fund David Talks Buffs Boo Carter jersey. So do know that if you guys want to throw some super chats this way, I'm going to split it between me and Dave so that we can get Dave a Boo Carter jersey because David is not excited that Boo Carter is coming. Volunteer fans are going to crash out. Yeah, we're getting Dave the jersey. Don't worry. I got some people who want to do it. It's happening, guys. It's happening. Okay. Looks like it's happening. We've got several crystal balls here. Andre, I need that too. Message me, Andre. Message me. Demetrius Pancakes Hunter, says Corey. I appreciate you, Corey. Let me go through that list, though. Let me find the list real quick, guys. Sorry. Okay, here's the list. So here's a couple of people on campus right now. Again, thanks to good old Ben saying it. But Demetrius Hunter, center. Okay, center, Houston. Quarterback, Kellen Sweetwine. Safety, Arian Edwards. Offensive lineman who has already committed, Jose Soto. And tight end, 6'7", Aaron Clements Jr. are all on a visit to Colorado right now. There you go, guys. And that, again, unfortunately, Ben posted. That's where we're at. So that's who is on a visit right now. Okay. I'll show you some other things. So obviously On3 is now crystal balling him. Here's the funny part, guys. Let's be honest. I don't know if you've noticed this, but On3 has been a joke this transfer portal. They are not on top of anything. They are not on top of anything when it comes to players, it would seem. You guys notice that? Anybody else notice that? Because I've had info. Other people have had info way more than all of it. Do we have breaking news of Boo? Are you guys? We just have the crystal ball prediction, guys. I know. I love it. Dalvin over on Twitter saying, On3, you're late as hell. Like, what the hell are you guys doing? You're just now crystal balling Boo Carter to Colorado? Like, hilarious. Okay. But yeah, so Boo Carter officially now crystal balled, but it's because Boo Carter's in Colorado right now, guys. He is in Colorado, and he posted that he is in Colorado. If you follow me over on Twitter, by the way, that is where you get the breaking news. If you're watching this video on Twitter, please jump over to YouTube. It does support me. Watching it on Twitter does nothing for me. So if you really like what I do, please. Let's go through what I have over on Twitter, okay? First up, let's talk about this from earlier today. Okay? If you've been following over on Twitter, you knew about this already. Mama Boo is in Boulder. Mama Boo is in Boulder. Okay? Mama Boo has been in Boulder. Andre, shoot. Don't direct message me. Just tweet me so I can follow you back. I don't know why I'm not following you over there. Twitter's been weird, guys. But yeah, we got Mama Boo in Twitter, in Boulder. In Boulder. And I got a lot more information. Like I said, I'm going to give you guys the hot scoop once Boo has officially committed. We can talk about this because he's crystal balled. I'm going to wait until he fully commits to go deep into the story and talk about it with you guys so you guys can learn the behind the scenes. Then, of course, the new information right here. Boo Carter is at the CU basketball game as we speak. Okay, as we speak, Boo is there. Your mom, that'll be part of the story. I got a lot of information. I got a lot of information about what happened. I got a lot of information about why it's taken so long, what the process has been, all of it. I've gotten to piece together all of it from multiple sources that I've spoken to. Heck, I spoke to people at Tennessee, and we got some very interesting information about what went on there behind the scenes. And it was honestly why I said things were good. I'll tell you guys once Boo commits, okay? When we do the Boo Carter commitment, okay, when we do the Boo Carter commitment show, we will chat about what happened with Boo Carter. And heck, if Boo Carter, if they announce it officially tonight, if it is official tonight, Hayes Fawcett posts, if Boo posts, if somebody posts that official makes it official, we'll chat about it. Okay, we will chat about it. But we do have a commitment as well. The 6'7" tight end is committed. It looks like Zach Atkins just posted. A couple others posted. So it looks like Clements Jr. is officially to Colorado. And that is I'll tell you guys a little bit about him from what I looked up. Somebody please check with David. Oh man. Did Biles officially commit? We can go through what happened with Biles as well. Andrew Zock was on a visit still through yesterday. I'll give you guys more information hopefully later on. Maybe not in today's show, but a different show, what's going on there. Just keep an eye out for that. That one's not dead, by the way. That one is not dead just yet. But yeah, so did Biles, you guys saying he committed to... You're saying Boo committed. I know, as it officially happened, guys. Okay, Texas has gotten Biles. I'll tell you what happened with Rasheem Biles, okay? I will tell you what happened with Rasheem Biles. As far as CU knew, okay, middle of the week, Rasheem Biles was a buff, okay? If you guys remember, Coach Prime's interview this past week talked about some players that just wanted to go on some visits, enjoy the process. He was fine with it. Biles was one of those guys. And then what started happening is Biles was extending it a little bit too long. Okay. Biles was taking way too long with his decision. It wasn't a money issue necessarily. I will tell you that. Okay. I will tell you that Biles, by the way, Biles recruitment was an absolute you know what show. Okay. I'll keep it PG. You know why his visits got canceled to what was it? Miami and I think it was Ohio State, right? Do you guys know why that got canceled? It got canceled because he was having transfer issues. Some of his credits weren't transferring and he was not going to qualify there. Okay. Colorado, he technically verbal commit to Colorado, by the way, guys. Biles was a verbal commit midweek. But then it was just taking too long. He was going all over the place, doing some crazy stuff. I will tell you this. I'm pretty sure his mama wanted him at CU. But it just didn't work. And Biles decided, I will tell you this. CU moved on from Biles. And it was not, they didn't move on from Biles with the Texas kid that we signed, yesterday or the day before? We were still thinking we had Biles in the bag when we got that kid as well. Okay, we wanted 3 different linebackers. Biles, again, non-committal, was going all around. Yeah, Biles was going to start wherever he went. Okay, Biles was going to start wherever he went. Did Sweetline commit? Jeez, guys, this is crazy right now. Biles, yeah, commits there. It is what it is. Would I have loved Biles here? Yes. But there was another player that made Biles a little bit. It was not the Texas guy. I will say that. There is a player that Colorado moved on to that became available when Biles was making his rounds, and Colorado decided to move on from Biles. So it wasn't this. It wasn't this per se, D. I'm telling you guys this. You guys cannot. You got to realize Colorado is doing a lot better money-wise. And if you want any proof that Colorado is doing well money-wise, just look at the roster we're putting together. Okay? Just look at the darn roster that we are putting together. Okay? So we will talk about that story more in depth when things are happening. Okay. We were fine initially with Biles touring around. Okay. But we got to a point where another opportunity opened for Colorado. And Colorado told Biles, hey, commit now or we're moving on. And Biles didn't want to commit. So we moved on. And in all honesty, I think Michigan did the same thing at one point. They didn't like that. I can't disclose where the money came from. If you're smart enough, you can find out. But just know that one of the bigger donors in Colorado is back on board with good old Fernando Lovo. And Fernando Lovo will probably be getting that bonus in June. That's all I'll be saying. So there's that. Okay. Remember, be careful, guys. Don't be putting anything in the chat, okay, unless I need to look at it. Okay? Be careful. I don't want anybody saying something that hasn't happened and doing that in the chat. Okay? Yeah, Lovo, you guys should be praising Lovo. Praise our saving grace, Fernando Lovo. He is a big part of why you're doing this season. It's not South Park money yet. That's who Fernando should be calling every single day, but it's not South Park money just yet, guys. Okay, so let's go on to the more visitors. The other visitor, you guys are all asking about it, okay? The Vanderbilt safety is visiting Colorado. That's been confirmed by On3 and multiple things. A little bit about the Vanderbilt safety, guys. He is a dog. But the Vanderbilt safety is a true cover safety, guys. Okay? Or not, sorry, not a cover safety. I'm getting it mixed up. Boo is probably going to be more of that DB role when he commits. Randone, he is going to be that dog at safety. 6'2", 220. Okay? 6'2", 220. He is a good player. And yeah, I was about to say, you guys noticing that? Okay, you guys are getting it. Once the Vanderbilt safety was coming on a visit, Colorado moved on from Biles. I'll say that. Dog. Yep. Downhill run, support, safety. And then Boo Carter is going to be your safety slash. Boo's probably going to be your slot as well, guys. He's probably going to be your nickel corner. If I'm being honest. Yeah. We don't know yet if he's confirmed, guys. We don't know if he's confirmed. I'm just saying that the Vandy safety is on a visit. And once he became available, CU said, we're going to change our attention and we're going to try and get Vandy to do this. Okay? I love you guys. Yeah. See, your mom gets it. Boo's probably going to be more of a nickel. That's why we're still going after safeties. We might add somebody else as well. If Boo Carter, when he's confirmed, he's most likely going to be kind of your nickel safety. And then we're going after the Vandy to be our kind of run-stopping safety. He's going to be that replacement for Byard. That's who we're looking for when it comes to that. There's a lot, by the way. I can say this to you guys. There's a lot of mystery visitors you do not know about, guys. There are a lot of mystery visitors that we do not have the privy information to. I was told there are at least I'll give you the little bit of the tidbit scoop. There's at least 2 cornerbacks, 2 surprise mystery cornerbacks that are on a visit. Okay, cornerbacks. That does not include Boo. That does not include the Vanderbilt guy. Okay, so there it is. Love Byard. I said it when he left that he's going to have to be replaceable. If we can get the Vandy commit, I'm feeling pretty good about our safeties. I'm feeling pretty good about our safeties, guys. Okay? So, there's that when it comes to what's going on there. You guys are asking all sorts of questions with so many names. You guys are going crazy over there. I hope you're having fun. Okay? I hope you're having fun. Yeah, we're getting some excited stuff, guys. We're getting kind of, interesting there. Okay. And then we've also got some other linemen coming, guys, as well. There's some other linemen coming as well. If we can get Hunter, that's a great start. Where are we at linebacker? Buffalo, we're good. We're good at linebacker. We might add some depth pieces, but we've got our starters now. You've got a 26-game starter in our Texas commit, and you've got Gideon ESPN Lamprey, who is absolutely going to be a dog when it comes to that. Okay? So there's that. So do not worry about it, guys. Okay? I like our linebacker room. It's the best. I will say this right now, guys. You guys know that you have to be here. You guys know you have to be here for it, right? But yeah. Needless to say, guys, I will say that linebacker is the best linebacker room. Yes, we do need to add one more. Yes, and we're trying. We were going after the USC transfer, the freshman transfer. We'll see if we have a chance with him. Yeah, need the linebacker from USC. We don't necessarily. Why do we need another linebacker with production, guys? Why do we need another linebacker with production? We've got 3 linebackers with production. That's a 3-room rotation for sure. And then you figure out where else is going on. Okay? Yeah, I know that Matai is visiting Arizona. That is correct. But your starting linebackers right now are the Texas player, Lefau, I don't know how to pronounce his name, and Lamprey. Yeah, it 100% is the best linebacker room in this era. Okay? In this era. That's not why he deleted it. I'll just say that. Okay, that's not why he deleted it. Yeah, ESPN is one of the most underrated. I don't think you guys should be celebrating that in the streets. I'm telling you guys, this guy's going to be so good. He is going to be extremely good for us, and that's going to be great. So, guys, we literally just told you who that person is. If we can get the Vanderbilt safety, he is more of a linebacker guy that can play inside as well. I'm telling you that is why they decided to go after him and moved on from Biles at that point. Okay, I need to address this one because I've gotten a lot about it. Obviously, Cam Chapa committed to Arizona today. I'll tell you a little bit about what happened there. I did speak to him last weekend. As of last weekend, he was supposed to be visiting on January 9th. Yesterday, guys, that did not end up happening because of what was happening in the safety room in Colorado. Cam Chapa wants to start. he was kind of one of the options. He was kind of one of the options when it comes to being one of our starting safeties. We pivoted. We got Boo Carter, and then the Vanderbilt safety came open and came on a visit, and we pivoted to that. Okay? We pivoted to that. It is what it is. This stuff happens. But Chappell was talked to. He was planning to take a visit. That visit no longer happened. The team moved on. Okay. Again, fluid stuff. But I talked to Chappa. He was coming on the 9th. That visit did not happen yesterday. And I think it's just because of where we were at. Okay. So that's what you guys got to realize. This thing is fluid. Things change. But we kicked the tires on it. We kicked the tires on it. Okay. We absolutely did. Yeah. So I'll tell you the update on DeAndre Moore. I'm not worried about Ole Miss. I'll say that. So a couple things on DeAndre Moore. If you guys remember, what was the first visit that DeAndre Moore went on? It was Kentucky. Okay? And the reason that it was Kentucky was because Kentucky thought that they had Sam Levitt in the bag. Obviously, we know Sam Levitt is doing the craziest world tour you've ever thought of. Okay? So DeAndre Moore pivoted from Kentucky to Colorado. Okay? We're still in play for DeAndre Moore. You know why? Because the reason that DeAndre Moore went to Ole Miss was because DeAndre Moore wants to play with Chambliss. That's not happening anymore. Okay? Because Ole Miss has to figure out who their quarterback is, and Chambliss and DeAndre Moore were buddies. And that was part of the reason that he went on the visit to Ole Miss. So, oh, come on. Load up, refresh for me. So, I already talked about Biles. You guys got to go back and watch if you need to. But there's that. So DeAndre Moore is still in play, guys. I'll tell you that. He's still in play. And I feel good about him. I'm not doing anything specific about it. But, yeah. The Chambliss tried to get an extra year of eligibility. That got denied. I'm telling you guys, Ole Miss, I think, is pivoting. They could easily file a lawsuit. The problem is if they lose the lawsuit, they're going to be without a quarterback because the quarterback's going to be gone. So they've been pivoting hard, going after the other quarterbacks that are available left in there. Okay? So that's what's going on with that. Pay attention to DeAndre Moore. Yeah, so that's those stories. I think I've gone good. I feel good about Zoc for now. That's where I'm at with that. I'm hoping that we get a commit at some point in the next 24, 48 hours for Zoc. That's roughly what the timeline we're looking at with Zoc. Okay, you guys just keep saying Boo just committed. Did he commit? Did he commit or did he not? Okay, I see no commitment. I told you guys, don't be throwing in here. Your mom, James and Zoc would start together. I'm telling you guys now. James and Zoc would be your starters. James and Zoc would be your starters. Hooper would probably move inside because everything I've talked to said he can move inside if he puts on just a few more pounds. Yeah, you guys are going crazy. Trust me, it'll be on Twitter. Not Zoc yet. If we get Zoc, I have him, and if we get the other Tulane kid, Jordan James, I think they're your edge starters. And then I think we're going to rotate a lot, guys. You're going to rotate a lot. Yeah, Hooper is an interior D lineman. That's what I'm saying. Hooper will move inside. Jordan. Okay, a couple things, guys. I'm gonna put something out there for you guys right now. Okay? Because now as somebody who's getting some of this insider information and talking to people on the inside and talking about what's okay and what's not okay. Okay. This is about the kids, right? This is about the kids. And when we're given specific information, okay, when we're given, I'm answering this question right now. Why is everything so cryptic for content? Okay, I will let you know, guys. The team is very meticulous in how information gets out. Okay? The team is very particular when it comes to how information is given out. Okay? You have to know somebody. You have to be on the inside. You have to be smart. And if you get information and you start putting it out there when you shouldn't or in a way that you shouldn't, you're going to get cut off real quick. Okay? And so whenever a random Twitter account leaks information and posts it hard, it's not good. Okay? So I know that there's been a couple accounts that have posted things ahead of time or have been posting that we've gotten certain players that we haven't gotten just yet. Just know, okay, that person's probably not going to get much more information after that. Okay? We put out information based on what we're told we're allowed to do. Okay? I have a number of players in the back of my head, and yes, we're allowed to be cryptic. The part of the reason that they give us that information is to be cryptic, to give you guys just a little bit of a bone, to let you guys, get excited about something. Okay, it's all part of the process. Okay, so we get the quarterback. Did we get the quarterback? I'm not seeing anything. Also, Twitter is absolute trash. Twitter is absolute trash right now. It's so bad for me. But yeah, so that's kind of the information of what's going on. That's why we're so cryptic when we get this information. We want to let you guys know. We want to, the team wants you guys to know what's going on. Okay? It does. Or somebody else that we won't talk about. But that's, another story. Yeah, I talked about Sweet win at the beginning of the stream, by the way, guys. Remember? Told you guys on a visit. Yeah, the quarterback. I think he won't be the green dot. I think he absolutely could be the green dot. I still think Lamprin gets the green dot. I do. I think Lamprin gets the green dot. But Leona is going to be one of the starters. Okay? I've known of a number of players that have signed. I'll leave it at that. Number of players that have signed. Number of players that have signed ahead of time. Like I'll tell you this. I knew. Let's see. Who all did I know? I knew that Gideon had signed. The only ones that I didn't know were Hooper and Leona. Those are the only two that I did not have a beat on that they were getting signed. I'll tell you this, with the crystal ball for Boo, I've known about Boo for over a week. That's probably the dumbest, though. I would not say that I'm an insider just from knowing the Boo stuff, because the Boo stuff is like the worst kept secret in Colorado history. Worst kept secret. Let's see. Why would Lamprin get? Are you saying why wouldn't Lamprin get? He played 90% of the snap. That's why he looks better on paper. I'm not sure what I'm assuming that's what you're saying, because it kind of offsets. I'll go ahead and answer this. You guys are absolutely going crazy about this. I don't know the updates on them. Okay. All I know is that we were in a good position on both. But they're kind of taking a long time as well. Eventually the team has to move on and figure something out, because you can't be at the whims of a player who's not committed, who's not committed. So eventually you got to move on if they take too long. This is a little bit different, you guys. It's a little bit different. Remember, we got one portal. We got a few weeks to figure this out. We want the players in, by the way. They have until next week to be here because the ad drop date is then. Otherwise, they won't be able to join the team till the summer. And Colorado wants everybody in this building to start building culture and to start the strength and conditioning programs because they are going hard on this. Okay, they're going hard on this. I remember so many people being ticked off when all of those players left. And I had my show and I said, guys, they're all replaceable. And people were pissed off. People were pissed off when it came to me saying that. Omarion Miller's not replaceable. Tafik Bayard is not replaceable. I think we're doing pretty good. Not to say that they're bad players. Again, this is not me trashing those players. When you are replaceable, that does not mean that you are a bad player. But that's where it's at. I'll tell you this, Scoomish. I'll tell you what people's issues are with Matt. And again, he's not that bad. I think he's just a little outspoken and he has a way with words that is just not some people's cup of tea. He does. He absolutely does. Yeah, that's a completely different story. We won't dive into that again like we always do. So there's that. Guys, we're all over the place. I know that. We're all over the place. I apologize for that today. When it's the portal, it's just kind of all crazy. Okay? All crazy. So there's that. Yeah, I know. Well, not even just the haters areas. I knew a lot of people that said they were jumping ship from this sinking ship. And now the hype is back, which you knew was going to happen. You got to trust Coach Prime in how that's going to work. And also, by the way, you know part of the reason that Biles is committing to Texas? Because he started losing offers. I told you, Colorado moved on. Michigan started to talk about it and move on. It was not a bag issue. It was not because Texas came in and offered him a massive bag. Is Biles getting paid? Yes. Is it some insane thing? No. Okay? So I just want to say that. Just in case people want to, do that here. You're saying he gets it. Lampert only looks better because he played north of 90% of snaps. Lano played 50%. He still finished with 70 tackles. I think there's a little bit different towards that. It's not just about stats of who gets the green dot. It's also about cerebrally. And the reason that Lamprin saw so many snaps was because he had the green dot. You're not taking your green dot off the field, guys. You're not taking your green dot off the field. So there's that. Twitter has been a pain for me recently. Only like a few tweets load at a time. I have to refresh to get anything going. It ticks me off. It ticks me off. Lady C, she trusts. I know she trusts. I know she trusts no matter what. Doesn't falter. Knows exactly how it is. But yeah, I mean, I tell you guys who I mess with. I mean, obviously David and I, we don't always agree, but we have fun with it. That's fun. Obviously, Adam, Brian. I know that you guys don't love DNVR sometimes. I know some of you don't, okay? It's not all of you. The big deal with DNVR that I have to remind you guys about every time, like Jake, RK, Scotty, those dudes are awesome. They can only say so much. Okay? They can only say so much when it comes to this program because of their connections to the team. If you want to get the interviews, with the players and you want to get the behind the scenes and you want to get the connections directly to Prime, the key is you got to be smart with what you say and how you do it. So they have a very specific niche that they fit into. Okay? So there's that. They're smart dudes and they have a ton of info. I'm telling you guys, they have a ton of info. They just can't always share it. Okay? Because they're one of the first people to get to know every piece of information directly from the team. Why do you think they always have a graphic ready to go when a player commits? Why do you think that they were, being cagey about Boo this week? And for the people talking about Locked On, I mean, that's a completely different thing. I mean, the guy lives in California. He works for the company Locked On. He got that job. It is what it is. We could do a lot different. Yeah. They got to be smart with what they put out there. So don't worry about it. I love them. I love them. I love DNVR. I love DNVR. I only watch DNVR, this channel. All the others are just fillers when you don't post. Hey, I appreciate this, Shakur. I do. I appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys. It has been absolutely amazing. The last month has been the absolute biggest month of my entire YouTube career. And that's because of you guys. For all of you that are new here, all of it, it's cool stuff. It's cool stuff. I get it. They made a huge mistake, by the way, with JoJo. Huge mistake with JoJo. Huge mistake. I'm just trying to see. I appreciate it, Scoomish. I appreciate it. I like working hard on my videos. I like having fun with you guys. I like talking football now. And I like putting together every now and then some well thought out videos that are a little bit longer, too. Yes. There are definitely commits that they're holding on to, guys. Yeah, I know. JoJo confirmed it. On3 doesn't know what they're doing, falling asleep. I told you, On3 is having probably the worst. On3 is having the worst portal they've ever had. They are behind. They're not crystal balling players like they used to. They are making mistakes left and right. They do not have the coverage that they should. Their YouTube channel coverage just seems to be lacking compared to what it was. It's bad. It's real bad. They are dropping the ball big time. Big time. Oh, I've got super chats. I've got a couple of super chats. Scoomish, appreciate the $1.99 sticker. Himothy, $1.99 super chat. Let me know if you have anything else to say. I will tell you, I did email at one point Locked On the company and asked, because I was told that their guy that does the buffs was not a long-term choice in that spot. But hey, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I know. The JoJo stuff was crazy. The moment it got posted, I was like, this isn't happening. The biggest reason why it's not happening is because of what's happening with Boot Carter right now, guys. Okay? On3 is going to go for those clicks. Okay? They're not going to just randomly drop a person into the portal without announcing it first. Announcement comes first, then the portal entry comes. So the fact that they entered him in the portal entry, you could tell it was a mistake from the get-go. That's already given. That's already a given. I'll tell you, we're in the mix. And you know why. Literally, you got Seton retweeting On3's post about McFadden. You don't think that he didn't post that for a reason? He didn't even post it directly to his cousin in like a question. Nah. Scummish. I'll keep it up. I appreciate you guys. Hey, come over to YouTube to watch this video. It's how I get support. Twitter is very strict when it comes to how you can, get any type of support. I'll never be supported on Twitter. Not because I don't want to, because it just won't happen. Can you share the news regarding Zach? I can't specifically. I just know that he just came on his visit. I like where things stand. That's what I can share. Okay? That's what I can share, guys. For sure. McFadden's his cousin, your mom. He's your cousin. I'm not going to lie. I smiled a bit with Carter hit the portal. Don't judge me. Let me tell you something about this, guys. You guys want another insider bit of information that I got? Remember how I did the video talking about how Coach Prime gave his coaches a golden parachute by, instead of firing him, he just said, hey, you're not going to have a job at the end of the season. Go find one right now. Okay. Coach Prime, with some of these players who he has good relationships with, he is going to make sure that something happens. Okay, Randon Fournette just posted a photo from his visit. Photo from his visit, guys. We'll see what happens. We'll see if he commits to Colorado or not. But when it comes to Coach Prime and how he's doing this portal, because some certain channels might say that CU is doing some players dirty. Okay? I know for a fact that that's not the case. I know for a fact that that's not the case. So here's what happened, essentially. Carter was told, hey, we're bringing in some dogs. Your role is going to diminish greatly. If you feel like you should be a starter and should be the number one safety on a team, we think you should find somewhere else to go. But here's the bigger part of that. Coach Prime is helping Carter find a place to go. He posted on Twitter too, guys. There it is right there. Randone. Scobuffs Nation, I feel like I'm home. What do y'all think? Any room for a dog in Boulder? So when it comes to Carter is being helped by Coach Prime to find a location. So I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up like in Nevada, a Memphis, one of those type places, but he's going to get help. Do you know what I found out? Do you know that there's another player on this team that Coach Prime helped find his spot? Because again, his role was going to change and it was not a role that they agreed on, and that's fine. Guys, Omarion Miller. It's not what people think. People think that the team screwed over Omarion Miller. People think that Coach Prime doesn't like Omarion Miller. People think that, that stuff is not good. It's not the case. Now, the truth of it is, okay, the real truth that certain other channels are not going to talk about, okay? And if they want to refute it, bring Omarion on and interview him and have him say that he's mad at Coach Prime or that CU did him dirty. I'll wait for that. I will. Because when you're going to trash a program or something like that, have some stuff to put behind it. Okay? So here's the thing. Here's the thing when it comes to Omarion Miller and most of the players that left, by the way, guys, most of the players, this is how it happened. Now, if you take a player perspective of it, okay, if you take a player's perspective of what happened, you might get some players. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. You might get some players. Okay? You might get some players that are a little sour about having to leave Colorado. Okay? As somebody, and plenty of the people in the chat can say this. If Coach Dre is still here, if anybody else is coached, whenever you give a player a piece of information, they're more than likely going to take the negative view of it. In that glass half full scenario, they're going to look at it half empty. I might look at it half full. Let's meet in the middle. I talked about this already. Okay? So what happened to most of the players that left, guys, is the team sat them down. I've talked about this multiple times. If you're new to this channel, you're getting it right now. Okay? Coach Prime and the team sat him down and said, hey, this is what we think your role is. This is what that role is worth to us. Okay? Do you want to stay here and fill that role? Or do you want to go elsewhere and, find a place where you might find that role that is worth the money you're seeking? Okay? It is what it is. Some of those players hear that conversation and they say, well, they didn't want me. They kicked me to the curb. While other players might say, I understand it if they're smart. I don't, my role does not fit here. I believe I'm this. You believe I'm this. I'm going to find a team that believes that I am this. And they have. And Coach Prime helped Omarion Miller find his landing spot. Okay. There's a reason that ASU and Texas Tech were the two big teams after Omarion Miller. And that's what I found out. So most of the players, that's what happened. And again, Coach Prime, he's doing these things completely different. He's doing these things completely different. As soon as the season ended, he got in the film room. He sat there in the film room. He watched tape, not only on portal players, guys, but on every player on the roster. And then he met with them along with their coaches, and he said, hey, this is what we believe you're going to fit next year, okay? And this is what we value that role at. Yeah. Coach Prime's close with Kenny. Coach Prime is close with the Texas Tech guy. No matter what you guys say. Appreciate you. Sheesh. Becoming a member of the channel. You are amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay? I do. I appreciate it. Yeah, Prime is cool with both. Prime is cool with both coaches. That's why they helped O there. Made sure that O found a landing spot where he could play his role, guys. Okay, he can play his role. Omarion Miller, we know what kind of wide receiver he is. He's going to be a good wide receiver. Okay? But in the go-go and what we needed for wide receivers, it is different. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. He said some players didn't get the looks that they thought they would, and he helped it out. He absolutely did. Because I think what ended up happening was O left. He thought he was going to go to LSU. That was, I think, his original target. I think LSU pivoted, didn't really want to pay him or put him in the role that he wanted. And Coach Prime helped him find his space at ASU and Texas Tech, get him those offers. Okay? So that's what's going on behind the scenes. This is all the stuff you're getting. This is the true stuff behind the scenes that you're getting when it comes to that. Coach Prime is making sure that these kids are straight. Coach Prime is making sure. Yes, he would have been good, but would he have been great? The problem with great in the go-go is you've got to be able to block. You've got to be able to do that. You've got to be fine with not getting the ball constantly fed your way. O is a great receiver, but he doesn't fit that very perfectly, at least not at the cost that O is worth, if that makes sense. Okay? So that's what's going on with O and what happened and why he ended up where, and also the truth behind that. Okay, this was not a case of CU. And here's my question to all you guys out there. I want an honest answer from you guys here. Because obviously there is the information out there that, and it was put up on Twitter, by the way. It was put up on Twitter. That somebody was especially shocked that CU has been doing so well in the portal because of how terrible the coaches are, how bad their reputation is, and how just everything is not going well at CU. That they were surprised that people would want to come to CU. It's because they have no clue. They have no clue about what's happening behind the scenes. They have no clue about what's truly going on there. Guys, we just rebuilt this team from zero. Okay? We rebuilt this team from zero to what it is. You guys cannot tell me that you're not impressed with this rebuilt roster right now, even before we add any of the other players that are rumored to come to us. You guys cannot tell me that you guys are not impressed. If things were so bad at Colorado, why are all these players committing? Why? Tell me. If things are so bad at Colorado, if the coaching is so bad, if Coach Prime is so bad at what he does, why are these players committing to Colorado? Why are some of the best players in the portal, and not the top ranked, because that's not who Colorado's going after, but why are Colorado getting the absolute best players on their teams to come? The captains of their teams to come to Colorado. Players, I was told before when the season ended, we were 3-9. Nobody's going to want to come to Colorado. Why would you come to a 3-9 team? Why would you go to a team in such dysfunction and disarray as Colorado if everything was horrible? You tell me? I mean, you're getting paid. I mean, yeah, they're getting paid. They get to play. They get to be seen. And they get paid nice. Yeah, they do. So there's that. That's true too. The text. We'd have to be paying the player to show up, and you know that Colorado is not paying players to come on visits. Other schools are paying players to go on visits. Not Colorado. I mean, Coach Prime was right. King, it's okay. It's okay to doubt. I'll be honest. I mean, you'd be dumb not to doubt, but it wasn't the doubt. It was the people who were stating it as a fact of no way Colorado's going to be able to reload. No way good players are going to want to come to Colorado. No way. Die blocks. We'll dive into that once Boo's committed. You guys keep saying that Randone and Boo are committed. They have not committed yet. Okay? They have not committed yet. Don't be doing that in the chat. Okay? Randone posted his visit photo. I don't know what's going on with my camera tonight. Is the connection loose? Transfer portal doesn't end necessarily. Transfer portal closes so that nobody can jump in. Okay? So that nobody can jump in. But the portal that doesn't mean anything. There's a reason he's wearing that number 7. There is a reason they are wearing that number 7. Oh, you guys are hilarious. Prime has put his head down and he's changed everything. He's changed everything that he does. Absolutely. Everybody is replaceable. Everybody is replaceable. I'm not waiting on the committed post because it may not come right now. Who did we get today? We could talk about that. We've got a number. We got a tight end that's coming. That committed. Who else committed today? Did we have really? We just had the couple of guys, I think. No news on the safety coach yet. I'll try and get that for you once it actually happens. So there's that. You guys are hilarious in the chat. I absolutely love you. I'm only putting this up here because it shows you he's not listening or paying attention. Hey, super chats. I'm gonna put half the money of super chats towards Dave's jersey fund. I'm gonna tell you something. Kylan is a very different person than his brother. Kylan is a very different person than his brother, guys. Okay? He really, really is. Where is Coach Dre? in Twitter. Dre, I'm gonna look for you in Twitter. I don't have your handle. I gotta find it. I got to find it, Dre, because we gotta connect and chat. Nothing on CJ Baxter's at Indiana right now, so nothing on him. We've got some big stuff out there, guys. Okay, you keep asking about DJ Notre Dame. DJ, and I'm not a Notre Dame channel. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on with DJ and Notre Dame. They rescinded their offer. That's all that we saw. I know as much as you guys do. I have no way of knowing any information. Like I get my information from CU. I don't get my information on that. So if they're not coming here, yeah, tight end from Northern Colorado committed. It's a Notre Dame thing. It's a Notre Dame thing. Let's see what's up. Leave what happened with Tennessee and Tennessee shit mad corny bringing out the old shit. No, bearing what he does. No, I'm not talking about that. There you go. Thank you, Rob. Follow back. I don't know why I wasn't following Coach Dre. Looks like, yep. That quarterback, Keneal Sweetwin, he's coming. The tight end that we talked about on that list, he's coming. Keith's not wrong. GPA in the transfer portal is real. These guys are finding it out. Creed Thomas absolutely has a chance to start. He absolutely has a chance to start. This is going to be one of the greatest Coach Prime portal classes at CU. This is all said and done. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Especially, I will say that where we came from to where we are is a master class in the portal. It's an absolute master class in the portal. Okay? But guys. Yeah, I would agree with that. We don't have to worry about anybody leaving, guys. This is our team next year. That's what's so great about the one portal. There's no guys going to head back in the portal in the spring. Okay? He's at Arizona right now. We'll see. We'll see if he comes. We need that linebacker depth. Like I said, we need to add linebackers when it comes to this. I've talked about it. I know two potential candidates that they're looking at, but we can't disclose that. I gave out the info that they are hiring a safeties coach. That was your info you got from me on this show. You won't get to hear who it is until it's done. And I'll throw out the other name when it's done. How about that? I think everybody is shocked that CU is doing so well. That's my point. Don't ever sleep on Prime. Don't ever sleep on Prime. They can, I don't know what is going on with my camera. They can flip, but they can't once they go into a class. Lundy never actually showed up. He committed and then went back before he actually enrolled in classes. Once you're enrolled in attending classes, you're done. You're there until the next transfer portal. So there's that. Yeah, there's still moves for the line. Still moves for the lines. I'm telling you, on the defensive and offensive parts of the line, we still got guys coming. I'll tell you that. Still got guys coming. Nope. Von Bell is not the safeties coach right now. Von Bell has been on staff. He was on staff last year. He is not the new safeties coach. Okay? There's that. I've said it 100,000 times. Said it 100,000 times. Von Bell is not the new safeties coach as of right now. They are going after some other people for that position. Where is it? Duke hinted at a guy too from one of the teams that's still playing. You'll see what's going on with that when it happens. I'd say yes. They're also wanting Livingston to focus on defensive coordinator position instead of doing safeties too. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yesterday, Ezra Christensen committed. If you haven't seen it already, I have a video where I spoke to an FCS D2 NAIA JUCO scout, Brian Govin. You guys need to go check out that video. We talked about Ezra. Okay, we talked about Ezra. You should be excited. Ezra has a ton of upside. A ton of upside at his position. Okay? Ponzi's restraining order. You guys are hilarious. Did Ellis Robinson hit the portal? Because we were in on him when he came out of high school. We were in on him when he came out of high school. Did he hit the portal? Am I not paying attention? I don't see anything on him hitting the portal yet. Ezra has a couple of years. Ezra has a couple of years available. There's that. He might be on campus right now. Dre, go to the beginning of the show. I talked about who's on campus right now. We've got a starting center from the Big 12 on campus right now as we speak. Well, they also posted the wrong picture for Omarion Miller. They posted our defensive side of the ball, Preston Hodge, instead of Omarion Miller, which is absolutely hilarious. It is not Ed Reed. It's not Ray Lewis. I will tell you who it's not. There's that. Appreciate you, Who's Clip. We need a real defensive tackle, 300 plus, or having good safeties means nothing. We have good edges, but we need a monster defensive tackle for everything to click on defense. Just wait. Just wait. He didn't admit. He's just being a little smarter with who he's adding as coaches. Trust me. Another player. Yeah, Coach Prime has admitted he missed on several things and he's made changes. Anything that you notice that's 100% different is Coach Prime making those changes, guys. You got to understand that. You got to understand that. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, Benton, they're kicking the tires on. We already know that because Prime said they are. He could be a big boy. But I will say there's going to be a number of players that are going to put on weight between now and the season and kick inside as well. That's going to happen. That is going to happen. I don't know, to be honest. Northside, that is a great question. I can't tell you that answer. There's a lot of things that we could do. A lot of things we could do. Yep. Marion is taking on more hands-on stuff when it comes to the practices and how they're going to work. Ezra can kick in, absolutely. Hooper's on the inside as well. I think people are sleeping on that move. Yeah, big difference. Indiana knows what they're doing. Yeah, Laxus. I think that alone means he realizes where he made mistakes last year and is working hard to correct them. He has done that all. Hopper, not Hooper. Hopper, not Hooper. It's fine, your mom. Hopper, Hooper. He hoops. People forget Prime wasn't here to meet a lot of the recruits last year. He's going to be so hands-on this year. It's a completely different process, and he already is. We already see that. We already see that. Yeah, he might be one of the better guys we've added. Him, Lamprin, those are my two biggest gets right now. Those are my two biggest gets right now. Yeah, they'll be on campus this weekend. They're good. They're not going anywhere, guys. They're not going anywhere, guys. A defensive tackle on any level of college with 44 tackles in 1 year will be okay. You guys got to realize that. Defensive tackle is not a stat-driven position. They're not going to have a ton of stats. And when you do, it shows that you are pretty darn good defensive tackle. Pretty darn good. Remember, Coach Prime was out of his routine last year, normally interviews new players. Yeah. Remember, guys, Prime even talked about it. He didn't meet a bunch of those players until fall camp. He didn't meet them. They're not going to put on too much, Northside. They're not going to put on too much. They're not going to put on too much. I'm telling you that right now. They're not going to do that. Yep, hands-on, which is why it's going so well. So happy for him. Can't wait to see CU play. I can't wait, guys. I can't wait. This is as exciting to me as the 2024 season and Travis's Heisman campaign that I've felt this excited for a prime team. Driving the chat crazy. Okay, Hopper. I got you. I've always said it a couple times. Yeah, we can't forget about that too. We also got the defensive end from San Jose. He's a guy that could easily put on a few pounds and we could move him inside if he wanted to. North side. Yeah, let me know, guys, what games are you going to go to this year while we're here? I'll be at 2 games, Tech and Northwestern this year. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I wanted to get season tickets. I just can't just yet. So there's that. What else? Pekka opening the Poly Pipeline. Not only that, what did Christensen say? You guys watched his interview with Locked On. Yes, he got an interview with Locked On. Or Manuel did. One of those guys did. Pekka was the one that picked him up at the airport. That's completely different than what they've done in the past, by the way, guys. Most of the time, they get some really nice driver and they meet him in Boulder. But the coaches are actually picking them up in Boulder at DIA now. Alexis is going to the Georgia Tech game. Enjoy that Georgia Tech game. I feel like it's going to be much better. I know. Metcalf is in the portal. We were connected to him out of high school. Be interesting to see if Colorado goes after him. That would be insane. We need more, though. We need more of them. Give me the USC linebacker, and I'll start feeling better about that. Yeah, the Tech game is going to be awesome and fun, but man, Tech, man, losing Andrew Pilo, losing their coaching staff, having to redo that, it's not going to be unbelievable. Childs is awful. Where we are. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Go versus Georgia Tech is going to be awesome. Georgia Tech versus the Go is going to be awesome. Yeah, you still need 8+ in the front of the line for it to work. Absolutely. I want more. Yeah, I will say Northwestern has gone from a game that I was like, we're going to easily beat that versus they got some decent players and coaches and things. Northwestern is loading up. I get it that Aiden Childs is not the best, but it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting for sure. It's going to be Rob Livingston's first year at having real elite talent in all positions on defense. Donovan, you aren't wrong. He has a lot of toys to work with, as we could say. He has a lot of toys that he can work with there, guys. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Okay, guys, I'm gonna call it quits there. We're over an hour. We already talked about it. Pat Sertan Sr. Russ, you're ducking my name. Jared, I'm not ducking you. Thank you for the $1.99 though. Thank you for the $1.99. Already 234 comments on Fortnite. Guys, you just look at all of these guys. If anything gets connected to CU, I will tell you this. I've been talking to ESPN Lamprin. He says you guys are insane. He says it has been very eye-opening. Oh, and he did. Guys, it's been so crazy. And by the way, here's why. Uh, Lampert has said it, guys. He is he was so surprised. He was so surprised at how crazy Buffs fans are. He really was. He was like, it has been absolutely insane the people reaching out to him. Dude loves it. Okay, but I love you guys. Absolutely love it. Hey, if they love him, he knows it. I mean, we got to admit, linebacker has been one of the worst positions at Colorado since we got here. So there's that. Appreciate you guys so much. Love you guys. Hey, if breaking news happens, when Boot Carter commits, I'll have a live. Okay. And we'll see if we can get Dave on here so we can do the Dave celebration dance with that. So be on the lookout for that. And we'll, if any breaking news happens. Otherwise, hey, Monday afternoon, the show's going to be late Monday. I should say that before I go. Guys, the Monday show might be late a little. I am on a work trip next week. I have my computer. We'll do live shows in the afternoon, evening if I need to. So do know that that's coming. Okay, but I'm going to be on East Coast time on my annual work trip. So just know that Monday's show might be a little late. I will get the time to you guys. Okay, I will get the time to you, but it's going to be a later show than usual on Monday. So just know that. Okay, guys, love ya. Hey, hit that like on the way out. Hit that like on the way out. Make sure that you're following the channel. I love you guys. I will see you next time. For Buffs News Weekly Live, I'm Russ. Go Buffs.